Oh my gosh.
Fundamentals.
We would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just going to go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has
Not
to be.
pub more.
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
First time on air. Anything to say to Lawan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude,
man,
those graphics.
Rip, so smart.
Episode 201, me and Big Devontae Keith in the pub. Dude, it's going to be a good episode. Fitz is on vacation. And before we start, we got to give a huge, huge shout out. Devin, a.k.a. Notorious R.E.D., a.k.a. Slate Wall, new a.k.a. Papa Slate.
Yes,
Baby Barrett Cole was born in this world. Congrats to you and Courtney. Beautiful baby boy. And the future's bright for the pub. We got Enzo, Barrett, Devontae, no pressure. Just saying, pub's future. We need it, but no pressure.
Did you say Garrett or Barrett?
Barrett.
Okay.
Barrett with the nickname Bear. I love that.
Bear.
Yeah.
Boy, you got Bear and Enzo. Y'all got like security guard names.
That's true. If they're not both the right tackle and left tackle, we messed up somewhere. Dude, that sucker was 9+ pounds. Big old boy. Shout out to Courtney, man. That's awesome. But happy for the family. They're all healthy.
I guess.
Yeah, right. I had to start the episode that way. Then I was flipping through, the intro was playing, and we had a picture of Teddy Bridgewater playing for the Broncos. I'm like, damn. Now he's coaching high school ball. Like, we've been around for the block for a little bit.
Yeah, this is the happiest I've seen him look too.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Even when it was that clip when he was there while he was injured, like he was happiest because he was back home, and like now he's throwing like out routes and stuff to high schoolers. They seem like they're enjoying it. He's enjoying it. He's staying healthy. So I'm all for it.
I am too, man. I think like how cool is that to give back at that level,
Mm-hmm.
and like he's made his money, so he's not doing it for the money. Like he's doing it for literally the joy of it. And you look on his face, he's having fun, dude. That's what it's all about. When coaching is not fun, you get the hell out.
Schools back too, because a lot of them have gone to like these private schools. Like they somehow find themselves at these Georgia private schools somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So any effort to bring Florida public schools back, I'm for it.
Dude, I am too. And like, yeah, IMG academies and those Georgia prep schools and stuff. Like it's about damn time public schools kind of bring some light back into them. All right. I don't have any trivia for you, but I do have a little good debate to start the show here.
Oh, I'm for it.
One has got to go. I'm going to give you 4 NFL quarterbacks.
Right.
One's got to go. All right. First up, Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott. One's got to go.
Brock Purdy.
Ooh, all right. I'm with you. I'm with you on it. Yeah, that's the weak link, huh?
Yeah. Like everybody, I'm gonna be honest, that's a wild bunch right there because it's like with those 4, we've seen all their good games and we've seen all their bad games. We've seen them being bailed out by their defense. We've seen them be bailed out by their running backs too. But I'll do it the opposite. Matt Stafford can't go. Like that's one.
Yeah.
And I think the person that's on their last leg, no pun intended, would be Dak. But I kind of got a theory like, man, he doesn't play bad. But I wonder if it's like, is Jerry trying to sabotage him because he got all that money, so they're trying to send him out and like make somebody else pay him like worse. So he's kind of like just stuck on the plantation, as they call it. Oh. And like, I don't know. So I don't want to take anything away from him, but like, he is easy to pick on. Like,
yeah.
My first introduction to him was him getting jumped at the beach. So it's like hard to bounce back from that.
I forgot all about that. Spring break.
He got stomped out with some Timbs on the beach.
Bad.
So, like you see stuff like that. Somebody getting stumped. First of all, you see somebody jump. Like it's my theory. Anybody that gets jumped, something happened to where you kind of deserve it. But to get jumped by Tim's on a
At
beach,
the beach.
Panama, that's why like the kids can't go to Panama no more because I guess we messed it up, and that was one of the big things. But yeah, Brock Purdy, he's got to go. He's not bad or anything, but like, how do I know that he can lead a team and he's not just placed in a good situation? Because all the three of the other ones, they have been placed in bad situations, and they made it happen.
They're battle tested. Yeah, you see their scars, but they earn those scars, like battle tested. Yeah, that was kind of my thinking too. And you know, I saw this list on ESPN. I think ESPN posted it, or like Fantasy Football or Pro Football, so one of the two. And I was like, the first name dropped out was Brock, and then I thought about Dak, and I was like, no, like when he's on, man, he can be on, and he's been part of some really shitty teams, and he still found a way. So, yeah, I'm glad we're on the same page there.
Yeah. I think it's like recency bias too, because Brock Purdy, we just started seeing him play like 2 years ago. He just became a starter.
Yeah.
Like we've been through the fire with all three of the others for a while, but like things have been falling into place for Brock Purdy almost too well. I don't think I like it.
Yeah. I feel like the cliff is coming up here. Like we're gonna have a dip. Yeah. But this episode, obviously, we've got a little free agency holdouts. We've got Big 12 ACC joining forces, take on Congress here, the House. We got Devontae Parker talking retirement after signing with the Eagles. That's gonna be wild. And of course, we got NBA, NHL playoffs that I'm excited to dive into. Let's start with probably the craziest news. I think we knew this was coming. Just I didn't think it was going to be a rival quarterback suing a rival head coach at the college level. Like this, we knew the NIL was a Wild West time, but this is wild. This is what, 13.5 million?
Yeah, he said he was getting. They told him he was getting it, and they wrote. If I'm thinking right, they wrote that man a bad check or something. Because apparently the check was written, and the money just wasn't there, and the people that wrote him a check just didn't exist. Come on now, that's dirty.
That's exactly what happened. So if it'll pop up, there he goes. Jaden Rashada is the guy we're talking about. He was committed to Florida. Actually, he was committed to Miami for $5 million in NIL money. Florida swoops in and says, "Hey, we can give you $13.5 million." I think $5 million was just signing bonus alone. Like this is wild numbers for an 18-year-old to hear. They do this. Half of it was through a booster. Another half was coming from the NIL collective group. Well, the booster wrote a funny check, doesn't work out. And then the day before he's supposed to get the actual check, they terminate his NIL deal. They're like, sorry, we're going to get your money somewhere else. Jaden said, fuck that, I'm out. He goes to Arizona State, balls out for 2 years. Now he's headed back to Georgia, and now he files a lawsuit. This is awesome. I love this. Good for Jaden. Like, you don't mess with someone's money, especially when you're talking life-changing money, not just for him, but for his immediate family. And then you pull it out from under him and so basically go tell him fuck off. Like, that's wild. And I think it's well-deserved. And I do think Napier, the head coach from Florida, he had to play a role in it somehow. He knew this was coming because you don't have a 5-star quarterback like that on the hook and then he's off the hook all of a sudden. Like, you were part of this as well. Whether you knew that check was phony or not, you should have fixed this right away. You should know who you're going in bed with for the NIL money. I love this for Jay and his family. I hope they get every single penny plus some. Well-deserved. And I love that it's coming from a Georgia quarterback against a Florida guy. This is awesome.
I like the fact that even in the article, it was like one of those Stunner said, get him, so I got him. So, like, he asked the coach, he was like, hey, man, I'm finna do this. He was like, get him. And I think it's really messed up because, let's be honest, like, we only recently started back paying attention to Florida because of – it wasn't even Kyle – to me, it wasn't even Kyle Pitts. We paid attention because of Anthony Richardson.
Yeah,
like we started back, and then I think Trevor Etienne. So like once we started paying attention, they started getting a little bit more players, but they lost him to another SEC school, I believe. Yeah, I think. Oh, Trevor Etienne. I think he's at UGA too now.
I think he is. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, Billy Napier knew. You know how like coaches like to play busy. Like I'm too busy. Let me send one of the goons to go do it. So I think that was the case. But they have to report back, especially like if you know. I don't even know who their quarterback is. So like if you know you need a quarterback and you got a 5-star right here, he had to know something was up. So like if he plays dumb, I'm gonna know something because Florida has always been on the radar for like mess. I keep going back to Urban Meyer saying like, oh, NIL is wrong. I'm like, shut up, bro. And so now like all that shit they were talking is coming back because they thought they could shit these other players now, but now they got like lawyers and people, financial managers before they go pro.
Yeah.
You know, some of the players can read now because you know they used to get players that were like dumb as hell and like they can read now, or they have parents, or somebody that actually wants to look out for them, or people like I've noticed a lot of these athletes too. They don't necessarily come for money, but they're not hurting for money either. So that definitely changes the game.
It does, dude.
So it's becoming more of a business decision, which honestly is probably for the best. Like thinking back on it, like, yeah, you like the dogs that came out the mud, but it's like they get the terrible end of the deal because, you know, you can only be a dog for a season and you got the transfer portal open, you got freshmen coming in. So yeah, I'm all for it. Like, I wonder who else is going out. I hope something like this happens to Dabo.
Ooh.
Like, I wonder if something comes out about DJ Ugly, something similar to this, but we'll see.
Yeah, dude. I think that'd be hilarious to happen to Dabo. Like, just out of all the coaches.
He deserves it.
Yeah. I think you're right. Florida's has always been sketchy, and this does not help their case whatsoever, but somehow they've been flying underneath that radar for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope this kind of brings some light. I hope they gets all his money. Trevor going to Georgia, I'm sure that how gonna help like Jaden, like, hey, this, you know, I think they like connected and like,
yeah,
there's funny money over there. It's funny.
He was that transferred too. I don't know him by name, I don't think, but they got somebody. I do know that. So
yeah. No, I think this is great. And this kind of quick segue here. NCAA 25 is finally hitting the shelves here, July 19th. I can't fucking wait. Like, this is it. Like, I'm excited. Now, it only comes out on new consoles for the first 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever it might be. So I've already been eyeing, like, I've been on my Xbox One grind for a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go ahead and buy a Series X.
I said the same thing. Like, I think it was a couple months ago. I just gave up my PS. It was interesting, like my train of thought, like I cracked my TV and I was like, damn. So I was like, let me give up my PS4 and all the games because I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I still don't have a TV. So, but I think what I'm going to do, I've been seeing the ads on TikTok about the projector. And I'm like, well, if I have a projector, I can just move it. So I might be on that.
That might be the
Get
move.
as big, as small as I want to.
The projector might be the move. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for that. But yeah, I'm excited. And this, like, I hope NIL and all this is part of the dynasty mode because, like, that would be sick. Like, hey, your alumni group is going to give $1.5 million to this 3-star quarterback. Do you want to up it? Fuck yeah. Let's go after that 5-star. Like, this would be awesome. I hope this is part of it.
I love it.
Did you see that trailer?
Yeah, like, but see, people keep saying it's not real. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel because it's hitting different seeing like people's name on it. I'm like, bro, this is not real. I keep thinking it's like one of those mods where, you know, people make those mod videos.
I know, yeah.
That they've been making from, I think, NCAA, was it 14 was the last one?
Yeah,
They just kept updating the rosters. That's what it feels like. But like, no, they got like, this looks like PS5 graphics. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
bro, yeah.
I wonder if they did that shit on purpose. It's kind of nasty if they did, but yeah.
Dude, I'm saying, I know your Wolfpack wasn't in it.
Yeah.
But seeing Kid Brewer Stadium and App State Robinson return that kickoff against Wyoming, dude, I was juiced up watching that. Because, like, you're right. Like, I had to depend on mods when we went to App to play as App. And, like, they do the best they could, but it was never the same. App wasn't on? No. So, like, NCAA 12 and 13, we were on. But then I guess they wanted up the details in like 13, 14. And so they didn't include like the FCS teams. And we hadn't made the jump yet
Oh.
when it came out.
Oh, that's that's right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, wow, dude, I'm juiced for it. Let's go ahead. Let's continue on college here. Big 12 ACC, they joined forces to fight and to get former athletes paid. You kind of know more a little bit about this. I'm excited to hear your takes. I think this is when you get two of the Power Five in on this thing. I feel like it's only a matter of time before the pressure's put on Congress here to pass this collective bargaining.
Yeah. So like they're apparently, I don't know who else has settled. I know as I continue reading through the article, they mentioned the Pac-12 being a body that was part of the settlement, just because like when they started passing all this, we still had the Pac-12, which makes sense. So I think that means like all the other past teams, like whichever conference they were with, that is the group that they are settling with, which I don't know. I want to say, I think Texas and Oklahoma are both out of the Big 12, right?
Yeah, except Oklahoma is now going to be part of SEC. They're with Texas, I think.
Yeah, so like I think, but even though Pac-12 did that, I think those two still held out and was like going to stand strong with their SEC brothers. So like I'm wondering, because with the ACC, we're just bouncing back off that whole shenanigans with Florida State, which I don't even know if that's still settled right now. But it's cool seeing like what the NIL is doing for the players, but also like I feel like this is the most involved I've been on actual conference. Like probably the guys that have never like put on uniforms at all, that are sitting around the office making all these decisions and stuff.
Right.
But it's also kind of crazy how they're just now bringing up like antitrust laws and stuff. It's like, bro, this thing has been along since probably before Congress or something. Y'all are just now saying something.
Exactly.
So I guess it was because somebody's pockets were affected. So
that's
I'm
100%
all for it. I do wonder, like when I first saw it, I was like, I wonder what's it going to take for the SEC to, because I mean, to be honest, they run NCAA. Like
they do.
They've been running the NCAA. So I wonder what is it going to take for them to play ball, which is odd because like, with the monopoly thing, it seems like they got a lot more teams than everybody else, but maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, I think you're right here. I'm with you.
It was like them 15 teams. I was like, well, this doesn't seem normal for a conference. Like, it's so many. So
this is a mega conference. My dad has been a huge like advocate for like doing like tier systems, kind of like do soccer in Europe. Like you get regulated or not, and like have like you have Premier League, but the SEC, and you have your 20 best teams, and you get your 20. Like, I kind of fuck with that. Like, I think it's awesome.
When I saw somebody broke it down in a video, and I'm like, shoot, honestly, I want to say all collegiate sports should be like that. Shoot, honestly, if they imagine they did something like that for the NBA, where they tier system, and my Wizards finally somehow make the playoffs over. But like, I think they do up just for the play 7. Is it 5 or 7 games for the play in? I think it's 7.
7 rounds.
Yeah, so that's already too much. So maybe we should chill. But I mean, it will be pretty cool,
Yeah. I kind of like it. I mess with it. $1.6 billion we're talking about. Like, this is not chump change. This is a billion with a B. Like,
and imagine like that's only like a little piece of what NCAA has brought. That's what makes money is crazy. Like the idea of money is crazy. Like you have $100 in your hand. Like it's not a lot, but it's like, oh yeah, I got $100. We good. You get 1,000, it's even better. And it's just like, wow, it's somebody that looks at this like we would look at like a penny.
Yeah.
And they just sitting over here playing with it.
Dude, it just blows my mind that like some of these people they either forget where they come from, where their parents come from, or grandparents come from. Eventually, somebody had a struggle for them to get that money,
right?
And like, because you're right, like you give me $100, I'm like, ooh, I feel all right. Give me 1,000, damn, I feel great. Anything above that, I'm like, yo, this is close to my paycheck for the month. Let's roll.
Because you can make $1,000 stretch, like you can make $100 stretch, but
yeah.
$1.6 billion. making that stretch it seems like a lifetime for us, I guess, because we weren't born with old money or something. But damn,
Dude,
money is crazy.
1.6 billion. That's wild. We'll keep on the college train here. This is more baseball. I think this is one of the cool stories of the year. Birmingham Southern, D3 school. They're closing their doors May 31st officially. They will not be reopened. The school is shutting down. Well, Birmingham Southern baseball is keep on rolling. They are in the super regionals for Division III. There's a chance that they're playing for the Natty without a school to go back to.
That's real.
Now, officially, the school will close in August. So, obviously, the baseball team can still wear the college years. They're still part of the collegiate NCAA. But that's wild that you could realistically outlive your college and win a Natty without having any admin to go back to. Like, this is a wild story, and I love it. And I hope these guys bring it home. Like, I have no dog in the fight in D3.
Yeah,
this is fucking awesome.
I do wonder like if they make it all the way, how many seniors do they have, like who is gonna be transferring to like UAB or Alabama and places like that. Like that would be cool to see.
Yeah,
but that is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy like you can still play if your school is defunct, but like I said, it doesn't close until August. So I mean, I guess it's cool, but damn, they really playing because they don't have a home to go to. That's crazy.
That could you imagine if they lived on campus?
Like, what is the trophy? I ain't gonna lie. If I was a coach, that trophy would be in the house.
No. Yeah. Like I'm taking that to the crib. That's in the man cave forever. Yeah. Like how are their dorm situation working out right now? The cafeteria. How's their facilities? Because that school's got to be selling stuff off and
right.
Trying just to make any money before the doors officially close. Like it's gonna be a ghost town. That's wild. Shout out to the boys though. I hope you bring it home.
The traveling has got to suck a little bit too.
Oh,
got to be cramped and like buses. I don't know if they have to take any flights, but at this point, flights are crazy. So it might be straight up buses everywhere.
Dude, we had Jeremy Dowdy on. He played for the Oakland Athletics. He was their catching coach. He played throughout the minors for a long time. Former App guy. We had him on a couple of years ago, and he was telling us some horror stories on the road for minor league teams. And that's with obviously minor league teams. They have some money. They're backed by financially, and they're staying in roach motels and car piling into rental cars just to make this thing work. 6, 7 deep, bad. I can't imagine this situation because you got no money backing you really.
Yeah. Damn. Oh yeah. So even if that was the case, they probably have people driving their own cars to the games and stuff. Damn,
dude, that's harsh. Harsh. I hope they win it. Right. Backs against the wall. Let's just dog out here. I love it. And then they all get to transfer to some bigger schools. That'd be dope. Well, let's talk OTA holdouts, and let's start with Marvin Jones Jr. because this kind of ties in what you were talking about earlier about guys being smarter than they were in the past, and also not being necessarily hurt for money. So people that don't know, Fanatics has the deal with the NFLPA, the Players Association. And so they come to you as a sophomore, freshman, sometimes a junior in college when they know you're going to get drafted or have a chance to play in the league. And they say, hey, we want you to sign this contract. We'll give you a little money. It'll be there as soon as you declare. That money is yours. It hits the bank account. And a lot of guys back in the day, they struggle for money. They say, hell yeah, sign me up as soon as I declare I'm getting paid. This is awesome. This is a paycheck. My family needs this. I need this, whatever it might be. Obviously, Marvin Jones Jr. comes from Marvin Jones Sr. He doesn't really hurt for money. He's smart. He's been around the game. He doesn't sign this as a sophomore. And so now NFL can't sell his jersey because he doesn't have to deal with NFLPA. Fanatics can't sell it. He's not going to be in Madden as right now. I'm sure when he signs it, he'll update it. He was really smart. He said, look, you're going to pay me what I'm worth because you coming to me for $1.2 million, I'm worth way more than that. I already know it as a sophomore. You're going to have to up that contract. They said, okay, we'll see. Doesn't sign it. And now he kind of comes out and tells his story. Fanatics is now in returning suing him, saying, hey, he signed a non-legal document. It won't hold up in court that he planned on signing a contract with them later down the road, which to me, you have no court case, Fanatics. Marvin Jones, go get this bread, go get this money. I'm all for it. I think this is an awesome story.
Yeah. Also, the dude that owns Fanatics is a creep. And this is one of those
Weirdo.
cases where where the kids who are not hurting for money, it becomes more of a business thing so that the money becomes a longevity thing, because now we're seeing how players are getting hurt more often because they refuse to pay for grass fields and other stuff. So they're thinking more business minded, which I love. Like, I mean, I love sports, but like, I love my body. So I wasn't willing to have my last breath on the field. So whoever's thinking the same thing, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Marvin Harrison is not hurting for money. Like, his dad was top dog OG, Marvin Harrison. So it's like, he wasn't, and even then, like, the joke going on is that you're not supposed to say his name because like this man is well connected and well respected. But like, I remember seeing him, like, even in you didn't see him on pictures, and somehow they got him on an interview with Junior, and it was kind of wild seeing him because I'm like, dog, you actually talk, because we never see him talk, but like, he looks like a humble guy. You wouldn't even know they had money. So
he's gonna get that Florida draw to him too. Yeah.
He actually not necessarily downplayed Junior, but like, he was talking about his spending habits, because it's like, he was like, all right, now you're not rich, so it's like, if you got a dad like that around your corner, you're not going for much of anything.
No, man.
So,
the joke is, and people don't, if they forgot or they didn't know, Marvin Harrison allegedly was connected in some homicides down there in Florida and some of his businesses. There's a whole E60 documentary that dives into it. So if you don't know what Devontae was alluding to there, it's, I don't know if I'm going to attack the Harrison family at any point in my career. Ever.
Yeah, it's not worth it trying to find out.
Maserati Marv, I'm on your side, your whole family side. Go get that bread, homie. I don't want any beef. No, I like, yeah, this is awesome. He was holding out. I think he's still kind of participating in OTAs now, but that first day he had missed out.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he fights Fanatics all the way through, because I don't think Fanatics has a court case. Obviously, the creepy owner. They have the whole MLB fiasco. I've never liked Fanatics. I think it's bullshit. I get all my jerseys from overseas because it's 80 times cheaper, and it's better quality, at least in my eyes.
And it's not like they have the sales, and it's usually sales on, like, I do like buying old jerseys from players who used to do it. Like, that became a thing of mine.
Yeah.
But it should still be too high. So it's like, yeah, I'm good on it. And it's too much gear. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just do everything. Like, I was looking at Falcons gear that was on sale, and the polo was cool, but it was like the Hawaiian shirts.
Mm-hmm.
But like, they keep adding stuff to the Hawaiian shirts where it's not just palm trees and flowers. I'm just like, all right, bro, this is a lot, man. You can only go but so many levels of dad. So
exactly. Yeah, dude, I'm with you. It's a ridiculous amount of shit that you can get lost in.
Mm-hmm.
So some other holdouts, T. Higgins, obviously my Bengals. T's got two choices. He sits out or he signs a franchise tag. This reminds me a lot of Jesse Bates 2 years ago, before he went to go play for your Falcons. Like, and I think Jesse even spoke on it. Like, hey, T, like, don't fuck this up like I did. Like, it's going to mess with you mentally if you let this thing chew on you every day. You're $21 million up for stakes right now. You're not going to sit out and lose $21 million. You go ball out, play. And I know T. Higgins' agent's kind of a shithead. And I know he deserves more than $21 million. I get that. He deserves a long-term deal, guaranteed money. Go ball out, man. You can get this. Like, he's not going to ask for Jamar Chase numbers. He'll ask for some upper numbers, which he deserves to get. I don't know if we can pay him or not, but don't sit out and lose out $21 million. That's just dumb. Like, I don't see that happening at all. I think T's in orange and black this season. And then we cross that bridge in the season when we have to, saying, hey, we want to up you for 5 years, guaranteed this amount or whatever. Or he says, fuck you guys. I'm not going to play for you guys again. That's fine too. I don't see him sitting out this year though.
Yeah. I think he felt like when Tyler Boyd went to the Titans, he had a better chance. But y'all, like, recently, the Bengals have been having these like somewhat no-name dog receivers that like to me, what's the one guy that got drafted last year? Eusebius or something?
Yeah.
So
From
he had I remember I actually watched preseason just to see the rookies play. He made a couple good catches during the season last year, even though like it wasn't really a good season, but he still made the catches. And so I'm pretty sure y'all added some more through the draft. I think I saw a clip of Chase Brown like catching out of the backfield.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, all the receivers catching out of the backfield. So it's like I guess he figured he had more of a chance because the senior most receiver had left, so that opens it up. But you got to pay everybody else. Like y'all had to pay these linemen that you needed so bad. You had to pay the D linemen that you needed bad. You had to pay how many cornerbacks did y'all have? Y'all got like two?
Three, yeah.
Yeah, so y'all definitely had to pay them. So I don't know, but I feel you, but it's just the wide receiver market, like from the draft, is kind of like poor timing, low key.
It is.
It's like quitting your job like now. Like you might have all the experience in the world, but that shit is going to be slow finding another one. So because the way it looks, everybody has their receiver, at least their wide receiver too. So I don't know.
No, dude, I think I'm 100% with you. Like we drafted Jermaine Burton to replace Boyd. Like
that's who it was.
Yeah, it's bad time for T. I like T a lot. I've always liked him, and I think I hope he's in orange and black for the rest of his career. I hope his agent doesn't fuck this up for him.
Right.
That's what I'm worried about. On the other coast, West Coast 49ers, we got Ayuk and Jennings both sitting out of OTAs, try to get a long-term contract here. I'd be a little nervous on 49ers because you got two of them sitting out, not just one. And I feel like obviously Ayuk's going to get more money than Jennings, I feel like.
I did see some analytics thing that said, I forgot how they explained it, but based on the 49ers schedule, they had the least amount of time between games. So it was like back-to-back games before bye week. And keep in mind, like, you got Christian McCaffrey, Ayuk, and Debo. They stay hurt. Not stay hurt, but they get hurt at least once every season. That kind of wears it down a little bit. So, it could work both sides for them as well because they just got in Ricky Pearsall, and it could be one of those situations where everybody's out. Just like that's how Juwan Jennings got played in the first place because somebody was hurt, and it was next man up.
Yeah.
This past season, I think the season before, but like, yeah, man. I think having that deep of a roster, that's probably why they did it on purpose. Like had all these 1 year guys, so they were like, well, it's for real next man up, and you can see that too. But it's hard to replace players like that,
dude. Kind of what we talked about with Brock Purdy. Like if both these guys are sitting out for a couple weeks, this is his battle testing. Like, can he ball out with losing his two top tier wide receivers here?
But on the other end, like I don't know if there's like a such thing as wide receiver chemistry, but Ricky Pearsall used to play with Brandon Ayuk when both of them were at Arizona State with Jaden Daniels. Like they had a squad before they, they got Herm for whatever benefits he gave them. So I don't know if they actually liked each other or whatnot, but I feel like it's worth looking into. Because I'm looking at the roster right now. As of now, the Niners have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs. That usually changes after, preseason and stuff, but they have so T.O.'s son is on the 49ers roster right now.
Oh, I forgot he got drafted. Yeah.
Yeah. Jacob Cowan, who was pretty good at Arizona. And granted, like these two are not, Ayuk and Jennings, but at the same time, like if you got all these young bloods who haven't been injured, it's worth looking into.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. Anything else about OTA holdouts? Anybody else that we left off here?
I do like it. Like when I initially, before I learned the business side of sports, I was like, oh my God, why are they doing this? They're being selfish. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, because all this money they probably made last year, because maybe I'm tripping, but there were so many more commercials in between games. and like the Super Bowl commercials kind of suck, but
Yeah.
they're high level companies. So I know they got Beyonce on a commercial. Like somebody paid something. So somebody has something, you know what I'm saying? So like football became more popular. Some of these underdog teams like finally started drawing tickets in. Like even the Browns came back. So they got money from somewhere.
Yeah. No, I 100%, 200%, 400% agree with you, Devontae. All right. Last football story we got here. Devontae Parker, former Miami, former New England Patriot, former Eagle. Didn't even play a game for him. Retiring now. I feel like Devontae Parker was kind of just had some great highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Then he gets injured, doesn't quite recover completely. He was part of a really bad Mac Jones New England teams. Didn't quite get a shine. I'm going to miss Devontae Parker playing. I wish he would stuck out with Philly because I feel like he could have maybe had like a resurgence, maybe like an OBJ type of resurgence like he did in LA with the Rams. I feel like this could have been Devontae Parker's time to shine here. But he wants to spend time with his family. I can't knock him for that. Like 100%, dude. Go be a dad.
Somebody brought up on one of the pages, like it was a list of 1,000-yard seasons we forgot about. He was up there along with like Kenny Britt, and I forget like with the Dolphins. I think it was when Tannehill was still there, or maybe that was when Tannehill got hurt and they had like a carousel of quarterbacks and stuff, and he still somehow managed 1,000 yards. It just sucks. Like he never was like after that one injury, they just kept piling up, and that's usually the name of the wide receiver game, especially like he's our age.
Yeah, dude.
So I don't know, man.
Where do you come? Bama, right?
Nah,
Was
Louisville.
No, Louisville. That's right, Louisville.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Him and Teddy. Yeah, dude. I do think. I don't know. I just wish he. I just keep thinking like him on Philadelphia. They get an extra weapon. What could have been? Like we'll never know. Like this might be. I don't think my Mount Rushmore of what ifs, but like maybe top 10 of what ifs, like in sports. What if he stuck around? Depending on how Philadelphia's season strikes out, did he get any injuries? Like he could be a pivotal role here, but also dad life. I'm all for it. Like,
I wonder what happens because you remember, I think it was last year, the year before, Miles Jackson on with them, and he was like, "No, I want to go back to school," or like, "I want to do the school thing."
Yo, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so like everybody was ready. Like Miles Jack was finally coming back after retiring, and then unretiring, and then retiring again.
Yeah,
like
You think Big Dom's over there in Philadelphia just bullying people out?
Yeah, I don't know. I do wonder like what type of orientation do they give them to make them be like real with themselves? Like, yeah, bro,
Put them in a fucking room full of Philadelphia.
Yeah,
damn, make them eat cheesesteaks and then like have people throw batteries at them.
Yeah,
you can survive this. You're on the team. Like, I don't know. You might be on something. All right. WNBA, and then we'll talk playoffs here. WNBA is all around us. Obviously, Caitlin Clark getting a lot of shine. Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, they're all getting their due diligence here. A lot of old heads are high-key disrespectful for these rookies, and I feel like they got to earn their stripes, which I get it 100%, but also on the flip side, they're bringing in revenue. They're bringing in people to watch you.
Mm-hmm.
You might not want to be so harsh on them. Like, yeah, let them earn their stripes, foul them hard in the paint. I don't know if I'm talking shit about them yet. Like, I think that's that turns people off from the game. Like, I was excited to watch these rookies and then like to hear these old heads just kind of talk shit to them, talk down to them. I don't know. I don't like it.
I like it just off the fact that women's basketball is way more aggressive than men's basketball. For one, I've been noticing, and so like how they've been tussling Caitlin Clark, because if you remember, she had been doing the same shit in college, so it's like she's finally getting it back for that. And I will say, like, I do like the fact that they're bringing in more attention because not only for these new rookies, but like it helped me remember some of these players like Kelsey Plum. Like I did watch the finals last year, and like she had a ratty. Like she was on point. Like she started, I think Darren Waller was holding her back or something because the last game I watched, she was just on point.
Yeah.
The whole time. I think Angel Reese and Cameron, they've been doing pretty well. I think the other one that I'm thinking of, Diasia Fair, she has been sitting on the bench, but like that is a guard heavy team. But I watched a couple of the games with Caitlin Clark. She's been, taking her bumps and bruises too. So I'm all for it. It's just like, I feel like it's just like when that 2003 class came in, like LeBron and them, they kind of got done dirty by all the old heads and stuff. When Kobe came in, the whole reason like he kept going into manic mode was because of Jordan. Like he had to be better than him. So, if you sweet talking them and stuff, and then they make you look crazy, it's probably gonna be worse. So it's better to start off aggressive anyway.
See, I don't know. I'm all for, because it's a business, right? It's a game, but it's also a business. I respectfully disagree with you here. I just think, I just don't know if I'm shit talking to the media. Now I'm fouling the hell out of them.
Oh yeah,
like they're gonna earn their keeps in this, and I'll be dirty. I'll pull. I don't give a shit. But I just don't know if I'm Sue Bird, I'm not gonna talk shit to Caitlin Clark. Like she's giving you guys airtime. She's giving you money in your pocket right now. She got. Let's be honest. Her, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, they gave you guys charter flight, something you've been wanting for years. These three come in the league, and now all of a sudden you have it. It's not a coincidence.
But Sue Bird is also 41, so it's like she's not filtering much of anything for real at this point. That's
true. That is true. Any other WNBA thoughts from you? It has been great to watch because you're right. It is a little more aggressive. I don't know. I don't like the shit talking to the rookies.
Yeah. It is a little more realistic too, so I do like that.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's about it.
It is. All right. Let's talk playoffs now. And this is their bread and butter. You want to start NBA or NHL?
Let's go NHL.
NHL. I love it. So little roundup here, recap. Rangers take out the Canes 4-2, and just the absolute collapse of the century for the Canes. I was there. I was in the stands. We were up. 10 minutes to go. We're up by 2 goals. Thinking, how can this go wrong? We turn around and lose. Like, this was gut-wrenching. It felt like the whole air was out of there. And it felt like Canes going in 7. I think we win game 6. I think we win game 7. I think we have a reverse sweep because momentum, but New York found a way. It's 4-2, they win. Florida Panthers. Boston could never truly find their grip here. Florida wins 4-2. Dallas Stars win 4-2 against Colorado. And then Edmonton and the Canucks go to 7. Great series, great game. Canucks just fell just short. I think if Vancouver wins that, the whole city erupts. I think it's like Mob City. So maybe it's a good thing Vancouver doesn't win here.
It'd be like when the Raptors won the finals.
Exactly.
Is it just me? Like, I sometimes forget about that.
I do too.
Like, they actually won, and Drake was like preaching to the crowd or something.
I'm not gonna lie. When you said that, I was like, did T-Mac and Vince Carter win one?
Oh, it was.
And I was like, oh, shit. No, it's Kyrie. Yeah.
Kawhi hit that, like, corner shot and stuff. It just doesn't feel real. Yeah. And it should be because they beat the Wizards to get to that point. Yeah, a little bit, huh? You know.
Yeah. Let's recap our picks here. Devontae, you're not doing bad, man.
Okay.
You got 6 points. Fitz has got 6. You guys are tied for 3rd. Me and Tim tied at 7. So it's still a close race. Anybody's ball game here. So let's talk about this series. Eastern Conference Finals, Rangers, Panthers. That's being dropped tonight. Stars, Oilers, they play tomorrow night, game 1. No one's played yet. This is time. I'll go ahead. I'll tell you Tim's pick. Tim is picking Florida and Edmonton. He's taking the Panthers and the Oilers. So is Fitz. He's taking the Panthers and the Oilers.
Shoot. I'm going to go with the Panthers being gas, and I'll take the Rangers.
Yeah.
And I'll take the Rangers and the Oilers. because I still don't know how the Stars have made it this far.
Man.
And I'm gonna be honest, just because it's a Dallas team, I'm gonna say Rangers in 6 and
Ooh.
Oilers in 6.
Man. All right. So all you guys are taking Edmonton in the West. Edmonton's got I don't know if you know this guy, Connor McDavid. Might be.
I've heard the name before.
Yeah. You heard the name. He's pretty damn good. Some people argue he's like Wayne Gretzky reincarnated. Here's the difference, though. He doesn't win the big one. He can't win the big one. He's never won the big one. Neither has Dallas, though. I'm gonna take Dallas. I'm gonna be the oddball here. I'm gonna be the black sheep. I'm gonna take Dallas here. The Stars, Dallas, Texas, big hair, Jerry Jones money, Mark Cuban's money. They find a way to get this thing done. Give me the Dallas Stars. On the East, I'm with you. Rangers. I feel like the Rangers are fresh. This was their wake-up series against the Canes. They sure as hell woke up in Game 6, third period, 10 minutes to go. New York, there's a reason why they won the President's Cup. They won the most games, the most points in the season. They're the best team in the league. I went ahead. As soon as they beat the Canes that night, I put a future bet for them to win the Stanley Cup. Give me the Rangers. Yeah.
I remember I watched that game, not the whole thing, but I was just looking. I was like, damn, the Rangers are everywhere. So even if they just win off of defense, like I could see it because once I finally somewhat understood the game I'm watching, I'm like, bro, the Hurricanes they can't move, bro. Like they can't move.
Yeah.
And I kept wondering, I'm like, well, maybe this is part of their little zone strategy or something, but like they legitimately couldn't move the puck anywhere. So I think if they keep that up, I think they'll do pretty well.
And it's weird. You watch the first and second periods of that game. The Canes were having their way with them.
Yeah.
But it was also New York was like, hey, let's tighten the fuck up here. And the Canes, they got suffocated. There was nothing they could do. Igor, their goalkeeper, he is probably the best goalkeeper in the league right now. He's a stone wall, dude. I think that defense, like you said, goalkeeping, that's the difference there. Give me the Rangers. NBA, this is good. Boston 4-1 over Cleveland. Mavs winning 6 against the Thunder, and we had 2 Game 7 series, or 2 Game 7, series, I guess. Yeah, series. Indiana Pacers go to Game 7 against the Knicks. They win in MSG Game 7. Pacers will take on Boston. Then the T-Wolves go down to Denver, get it done 4-3 Game 7. So both Road Warriors getting it done in Game 7s. I like it. I'm here for it. Any recaps for this one for you real quick?
Man, Fitz was right. Like he was right to switch it up. I just didn't see it. But I don't know. I guess it was because how Tyrese Halliburton had played earlier in the postseason. I'm like, if your point guard can't like make plays how they're supposed to or how they had been doing, I don't see how this one is going to go. The Celtics, that was obviously a given.
Right.
The Mavs, I feel like they stretched it just for the entertainment purposes and just because Shea didn't win MVP, which he shouldn't have, because Big Ant Dog should have won it, but that's neither here nor there. But it worked out because Ant won in Denver and made him feel it, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Even when he was playing down, like he didn't give up on plays or anything like that, and like eventually he caught back up. So
yeah,
I'm all for it.
Dude, I don't know if you saw the graphic. I think you did. I think Devin put it in the group chat of Ant-Man outside the bank with the money.
Yeah,
he's got Joker's mask, and he just kind of has it by the hand. Dude, that was a sick graphic. Whoever made that graphic for the Wizards, give him a raise. That thing was sick. Yeah, we got egg on our face right here, Devontae. Fitz called it Pacers. We kind of laughed. I laughed in his face. I said, "There's no way."
Shit. Yeah, it's New York.
Yeah,
it's
MSG.
Powerhouse. But I think he said that because I didn't know when OG Anunoby had gotten hurt. I didn't realize it, and that's like your 3-and-D huge wing defender.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of their plays came from right there in the middle. So like that 15-foot area. TJ McConnell was killing them from there. Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner stretching it out Hartenstein. So it was just you don't have a wing defender. And Alex Burks has never been good on defense, so that didn't help.
Dude, that didn't help at all. And then Brunson fractures his hand. Like,
The last game, that's got to be sad.
dude, that's just And
But hey, you remember I brought that up. I was like, I'm not sure if he's going because even when I picked the Knicks, I was like, bro, I'm not sure like the way he's got these fellas playing. I don't know if they can last. And sure enough, Josh Hart got hurt somehow. I don't know if it was chest, shoulder, sides, ribs, something, and then Jalen Brunson hurts his hand. It was like a whole starting five and their 6-man had gotten hurt. So I was like, hey man.
Dude, when I was like, I think the loss you partially blame Thibodeau here.
Yeah.
He ran these boys into the ground.
Right. Didn't go deep into the bench at all. Like Miles McBride finally got shine after somebody was put away.
Exactly. Jeez, dude.
I'm with you. Back. I'd like to see that. They didn't really use him in New York. He actually did pretty well, shooting and dunking.
Yeah, he kind of gets his revenge on him, which is pretty dope. I do like a good revenge game. Before we go into the Eastern and Western Conference Finals here, let's recap. You got 6 points. Fitz has 8. I have 9. Fitz went 3 for 4. He was able to close the gap there. You and me, we had pretty much the same picks, but you picked Dallas. You were the one that picked Dallas, which really helped keep you in the float here. So it's still anyone's game. Eastern Conference Finals, we got Boston up 1-0 on the Pacers. I put it in the chat last night. I fucking hate Jaylen Brown. Literally 2 minutes later, I love Jason Brown. Are you kidding me? He's my all-time favorite. Hits the clutch 3 to go to overtime. And Pacers had every opportunity to win that game. Their youth showed out. And it's what you get. I think, I was scared because Boston has sucked in game 2s. We've lost every game 2 in the past 2 series.
Damn.
So then you go on the road to a Indiana that's hot. Like they're juiced up. The fans are juiced up. We might have been staring down the barrel of a sweep if we didn't win game 1. I was gonna shit a brick. I was a little worried. On the Western, you've got the T-Wolves taking on the Mavs. They tip off tonight. Actually, they've already tipped off.
Yes, second quarter now.
Second quarter. What's the score? You got a score?
Yeah. All right. So now it's 49-54 Minnesota.
I love it. Fitz is going to take the Pacers and the Wolves. I'm taking Boston and the Wolves. What do you say?
I take Boston and the Mavs.
Mavs, man, you're being a true Maverick.
I really want the Wolves to do it, but I feel like it's one of those situations with New York. Like something has to give, bro. Like I'm scared for Ant. I don't know what'll happen, but
put that evil on him, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, I don't want to, but like. There's Luka, his dumbass shots, and then you have Kyrie, who has been here. Oh my God, Kyrie against Boston in the finals. We're
tearing his ass up. I'm bringing out the I hate Kyrie shirt.
So that's another thing too. I just thought about. PJ Washington's playing well, and again, it's one of those situations where Dallas has a deeper bench. Well, I don't know. It's about even now, but still, I'm going with Dallas just because they have. 2 people that have been there already.
Yeah, which I do like this story a lot. Either way, any of these teams wins, a superstar is getting their first ring, which is pretty dope. I'm excited for it. I didn't think about Kyrie coming back to Boston in the NBA Finals.
Oh my God.
Dude, he will go through hell in Boston.
I don't know. What if he drops 40? Like
he might, dude. It depends on how does he handle adversity? How does he handle those ruckus crowds? Because this crowd is going to be
that vindictive for real. Like drop 40 every game. I mean, they might not win every game, but he's going to drop 40. Make y'all remember.
It's that, or he's going to let the Boston faithful just get in his head. Because I mean, it's going to be fucking nonstop for him.
He seems to be centered. I don't know.
Yeah, he's going to have to be. He's going to have to be. If that happens, I still like the Timberwolves to get it done, but there's our picks. Anybody's ball game, because we're in finals, are going to be worth 2 points plus game series. That's an additional point. So anybody can still win here. All right. Pub parlay, just you and me.
How would you last?
Let's cook something up. Let me check. Did the Duke money line hurt us?
Oh no, I thought they won that one.
No. So we said Saturday. They had won Friday.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Everything else kind of shit the bed on, or everything else was good. We
Hey.
were 2 for 3, but that's all right. It was miscommunication. How about
Yeah.
that? Miscommunication. That's all it was. We'll
Oh,
chalk it up
gravy.
to that. Pub parlay. You and me, we're gonna be on the same page here. Who do you take? What's our picks?
Today is Wednesday.
Yeah, whatever day you want, we'll make it work.
Let's do Saturday. Like I'm a pick a Saturday game.
All right, we're Saturday. Officially Saturday. No miscommunication here.
Let's see here. What's going on?
Panthers just scored. They're up 1-0 on the Rangers right now.
Oh shoot.
Don't love that. Saturday.
May 25th. Let's see. All right. So Saturday. That's not right. Ooh.
And we can do playoffs. We can do anything. Everything's up for grabs.
I have to stay away from playoffs because I feel like that shit is scripted sometimes.
Okay. Baseball is mostly in conference tournaments right now.
Yeah.
So that's going to be hard. College baseball. So I'd be looking at an MLB here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, I tell you what. I'll go WNBA on Saturday.
Ooh.
Let me take the. You know what? I'm gonna take the Lynx over Liberty.
Lynx over Liberty. I like it.
They've
Liberty
been-
is
They've been rolling.
they've been on money. I haven't watched the Lynx though.
Liberty is 4-0. Lynx are 2-0. Liberty have been rolling, but like some of the teams they've been playing have been poor. So
Yeah. Okay, I vibe with that. I can get down with that. Fuck it, I'll do it. Rockies, Phillies, over under 8 runs.
what are you taking?
I'm taking the over. Sorry. I'm taking the over. Colorado, Phillies, 8 runs over.
Yeah.
So we got Lynx money line, Rockies, Phillies over. Yeah, I mean Colorado air, them things are gonna be humming. Philadelphia's been crushing the baseball, so this shit they might score 9 goals or 9 runs themselves. Random question, you got one for us?
Yeah. What was your most hurtful NBA Finals memory like to date? Like what sticks out?
Oh man, finals. I think when we beat the Lakers in 2007 and then lost to the Lakers in 2008, I thought we had a really good chance to go back to back. And then that was the dissolve of the big three. Ray Allen goes to Miami, and it starts the whole hatred of LeBron for me all over again.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say when we lost to the Lakers after winning.
I think I mentioned it earlier, but when the Raptors beat the Wizards in, let me see, I don't think it was the conference finals, but either way, the Raptors beat the Wizards to go on to, win the finals. But like that one hurt a little different because I'm like, man, I think this was it, bro. Like I think this is the last time we're gonna see any of these bright lights. I feel like they had actually played together and played well and had been playing on point. I'm like, we should have been doing this. Like, I didn't know y'all could do this, and it still wasn't enough. So,
thanks for bringing that up. I need another beer now. I need to drink it up, drink these pain away. No, I think good question, Devontae. It hurt, but good question. Good episode 201. Just right at an hour. I think we hit our stride here. We hit our groove.
Nice.
Next week, episode 202. We'll break down some more finals. Gonna try, knock on wood, we'll get Kendall Lamb on next week. Try to get a little special guest on. So we'll catch you guys next week. Have a beautiful weekend. Hopefully your bets hit, bet responsibly, and enjoy life, because that's what it's all about.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Fundamentals.
We would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just going to go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has
On
to be.
Pub More.
Has
I mean,
to be.
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
First time on air. Anything to say to Lawan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let them live.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude,
man,
those graphics.
Rip, so smart.
How about TNT and no NBA countdown?
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. That's here to say it.
So sad. I hope they keep the group together and just let them announce like just some random ass sports together, like baseball. That'd be dope.
Shoot, let's put them on college basketball for real.
Ooh,
Oh my God, we
I like that.
we might need, or just let them like do their own thing. Let them have their own show where they can just talk and like be without regulations and stuff.